like I'm taking some cough syrup, right? Welcome to Keto with JT. I'm JT. I'm a certified keto and intermittent fasting coach. Today, we're going to review this maple flavored syrup from Lakanto. Now, this is not new. It's been around for quite some time, but if you're new to keto, it might be new to you. We're going to go through 5 categories. Is it keto, the quality of the ingredients, the availability, the cost, and the taste. So let's jump right in and find out, is this keto? It says it's keto, it's advertised as being keto, but I always like to verify. And the way we want to do that is look on the back, we want to look at the total carbohydrates and the sugars. This is kind of small, I got to stretch out my arms here. Right away, we see total carbohydrates at 8 grams. We see dietary fiber at 2 grams, total sugars 0, added sugars 0, and sugar alcohols 5. So what we want to do is subtract the sugar alcohols and the dietary fiber from the total carbohydrates. Now, you can't always subtract the sugar alcohols from the dietary fiber, right? But in this case we can, because the sugar alcohol that they're using is erythritol. With erythritol you can subtract the entire amount. Other sugar alcohols aren't necessarily the case, but we'll stick to this right now. So we're going to take the sugar alcohols, which is 5, dietary fiber, which is 2, that makes 7, from total carbohydrates of 8, and we get one net carb per serving. A serving size is 2 tablespoons. So that's pretty good. So is this keto? Yes. From that perspective, we can say this is keto. But we want to find out how healthy it is. So let's look at the quality of the ingredients. First thing that I see right away, and it's important to point out, it's a short list, which is awesome. One of the sort of warning signs that when you're looking at labels and trying to determine if it's a good healthy choice or if it's good for keto or any diet, if you see a really long list of ingredients, that should be your first warning sign, particularly if it has a lot of long, difficult to pronounce, scientific sounding names. That is something that you would really want to either avoid or take a much closer look at and scrutinize a little bit more. When you see a short list of ingredients, that's a good sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. The first on our list is purified water, then tapioca fiber, monk fruit sweetener, and they mention what's in their monk fruit sweetener, monk fruit extract and erythritol, or erythritol and monk fruit extract, vegetable glycerin, natural flavors, cellulose gum, sea salt, fruit juice color, and natural citrus extract, and they use that as a preservative. Okay, now at first look, these ingredients look really good quality ingredients, but there are some yellow flags, and we want to take a look at those right now. So on our yellow flag list, we've got tapioca fiber. So that's the second ingredient, and that's where our fiber is coming from the nutritional facts. Now, the reason that's on the yellow flag list is that tapioca fiber, with some people, can cause an insulin response and potentially kick you out of ketosis. Okay, for some people. For other people, it can ferment in the gut and cause some discomfort. So, it's not a cookie cutter approach for everyone, but it's something that you want to take a look at. What is your personal response to tapioca fiber? Okay. The next one on our list is natural flavors. This is our yellow flag list. The reason that natural flavors is on our list, like when you first hear it, right? You first hear that term, it sounds pretty good. Natural flavor, yay. However, it's not exactly what it sounds like. You would think, oh, it's a natural flavor of maple from maple trees, right? That's not necessarily what it means. Natural flavors is it is something that they use. They derive it from some natural source, whatever that might be, and they use that to enhance the flavor. Often, that could mean that there is some maltodextrin in those natural flavors, which could have a significant impact on your blood sugars. Okay, I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and their natural flavors probably don't contain maltodextrin, because this is a company that is built on their monk fruit sweetener, monk fruit extract. They built their whole company on that. So I would guess that it's probably not the case that their natural flavors would contain maltodextrin, but there could be some other things in there that we just don't know. Because it is ambiguous, it's not clear, that question mark, that's why we put it on the yellow flag list. Now, for some people, that is enough for them to say, I'm not going to drink that, I'm not going to eat that, I'm not going to consume that because of that. I'm not one of those people. I look at the context of the entire list. If the entire list looks pretty good, then I don't worry about natural flavors. Okay, that's just me. You have to decide where you're at on that. The other yellow flag item is fruit juice. color, okay? So if you're looking at a product and trying to determine whether or not it's keto, trying to determine whether or not it's a good, healthy option, if you see fruit juice, you want to zoom in on that. That should be raise an eyebrow. We got to take a closer look. In most cases, it would be a reason to avoid a so-called keto product if it had fruit juice, right? But this is fruit juice color. So they're taking the coloration that they're using to make this look like maple syrup and using that to give it add its color. It's an additive, and fruit juice color is so much better than some other, artificial type of color option, like caramel coloring that they use in soda. That's something you want to avoid. In this case, it's probably okay. It says 0 added sugars, 0 sugars total. So I'm guessing there probably isn't any fructose in this, and we're probably okay, but I wanted to point that out to you as part of our yellow flag list. And even though it seems like there's a number of items on our yellow flag list, comparatively speaking, overall, I think this is pretty good. The ingredients are pretty good, high quality. It's not something that we need to worry about. The question would be, is this better than maple syrup? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Is it something that we could consider on a ketogenic diet? Absolutely. Should we be eating this every single day? Probably not. Probably not. I would use it sparingly, and every once in a while, whether that's once a week or once every other week or something like that, you're probably going to be just fine. So how about availability? Well, I got this at Sprouts. Not too far from my house, and you can get it from a lot of different other places, especially online. You can get it from Amazon, you can get it from Walmart, Thrive Market, iHerb, Vitacost.com, Fry's food stores online, Sprouts, I mentioned that, Instacart, and on their website. I don't know if you have it in other grocery stores. You'll have to tell me, put in the comments below. I haven't seen it a lot, like in other stores you just walk into. I know that I can get it at Sprouts, so whenever I want to get this, I just go over to Sprouts and I pick some up. We also actually did order some from Amazon not too long ago. For availability, I would probably give it like a 3 out of 5, because it's not everywhere you go. You can't just walk into any grocery store and find it, but you can get it. If you want it, you can get it. All right, well, how about the cost? So there are a few different buying options. This is their 13-ounce version. They also have a 26-ounce version. The 13-ounce version is going to average right around $8 to $10. The cheapest I could find it was at Vitacost.com for $7.75. That's minus the shipping, right? That's before shipping. And then the most expensive I found it was on Amazon, of all places, for $12.99, and that was on sale. The 16-ounce, or the 26-ounce version goes for about $16, and on their website I think it's like $16.99. So from a cost perspective, I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, would I like it to be cheaper? Absolutely. Could it be more expensive? Sure it could. Is it kind of expensive for what it is? I think so. But for as often as I eat this, I think the cost is okay. For me, I can justify it. So for a rating, I would give it, again, probably in the middle, 3 out of 5. Could it be cheaper? Yes, but it pretty much is what it is. How about the taste? Let's go ahead and do that right now. Like I'm drinking it from a flask, right? No, I'm not gonna do that. I got a spoon right here and this paper towel. We will go ahead and use the spoon like I'm taking some cough syrup, right? Go ahead and do that. Okay, now I have tasted this before, but for the sake of this video, we'll do it again. Wow. Guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. It really tastes good. And maybe I feel that way every time I taste this. I'm like, wow, I'm amazed by it, because for some reason I just expect it not to taste that good. I expect it to be sort of bland and uninteresting, but this is really good. I'd probably give it, a very high 4, like 4.8, maybe even a 5 out of 5 for this. Wow. The one complaint that I do have about this is it's very, very watery. It's not very thick. It pours out. The first ingredient was water, but it pours out very quickly. If you're not careful, it'll get all over the place. It would be nice if it had a thicker consistency, but for what it is, this is awesome. I hope this video has helped. If it has, please hit the like button. And if you're interested in learning more about monk fruit, click this video right over here. It's a short little cartoon. I think you'll enjoy it.